first video on doing a review. So this weekend last weekend I was at the Swan Kart Club, and I've got to say it's probably one of my most favourite tracks I've ever raced at. And what's most famous for it is the corner that we're coming into now, aka the Thunderdome, a 15-degree banked corner that is full throttle in a go-kart, and that's just what makes it really amazing. The track. So yeah, it's got the 15-degree banked corner, which it's on like camera. It looks, it's not that steep, but when I first went out there, I was just shocked. No one tells you how tight the corner is and how steep it is. Yeah, which made it amazing. Like, other than that, the track was fantastic. It's a nice flat track. You got like 10 corners, and every corner is a challenge. Like, a lot of the guys, as you see, the 65 that is in front of me is someone that does race there so often. I'm going to say I'm sorry for this camera angle. It was my first time having the camera on the radiator, so I didn't know if it was working or not. But yeah, he said he only brakes 3 times on the track. It's there, and up here, I believe from memory, right here, and on the last corner. Well, not the last corner, the penultimate corner, which is right here. And that's the thing, if you don't get that corner right, you've mucked up from here to the next braking zone, which I did a lot. The guy was getting overtaken really quick on that straight because I was mucking out that corner. So let's have a look at the track in a track view. So the track's got 10 corners on it, 800 meters long. Turn 1 is flat out, going into turn 2, which is a Thunderdome, which is flat out. Turn 3, it's still flat out, and turn 4 you go into a hairpin, which is your first braking zone. Going into turn 5, it's kind of like a quick little left, but you got to quickly brake, get on the apex, and get into turn 7. Getting into turn 8, it's just a quick little lift, and then flat out again, which makes it, it's difficult. Going down the straight into turn 9 and I think I got my corners wrong. 8 and 9. You're kind of braking in the middle of the corner, which does make it a bit more difficult, especially if you lock up. You pretty much spin around. And that the penultimate corner, turn 9, kind of like the bank sort of corner, like you dip your wheel in. And then going into turn 10 is flat out, and that's the track. I believe it's 10 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah, that last corner, you want to make sure you get that right, because you're not braking until turn 4. So yeah, you got a lot of momentum to try and gain, which makes it really interesting, and especially braking in mid-corner makes it more difficult and harder too, which is good. I would say this track's roughly a medium track, so if you got the chance, definitely go and try it out. It's a super fun track. So why not we take a hot lap around here on board and show you guys what it's like. That is my Swan Hill review. There is a couple things that I will mention now. I found that I think need a bit of work. They said the gates were going to open at 8 o'clock, which they did, and racing was going to start at 8:30. I just didn't get told about it, and there was no racing until 11. Someone that's from Bendigo driving that 2 hours, it kind of would be nice to know. I'm sure they might have thought I already knew, which is okay. All tracks do their thing differently. So yeah, it turns out the comms was actually having a bit of problems in the tower, which, you know, that happens. And yeah, so there was no qualifying, which made it even more interesting. It was just a random grid, which somewhere like Bendigo doesn't do, which makes it more interesting and more fun for like people that are getting into the sport to, you know, get to try see where their pace is. And someone like me that's, you know, not too good but not too slow, can learn their pace as well. A lot of the people there were extremely nice, like they were helping me with my setup, telling me where I was making mistakes, and very helpful in general. Practice was just, there was no practice, it was pretty much just go out there and do that. So you'd have like all 5 classes running, mainly because it's such a big track, you can just move out the way for other people. And there's only really one other problem I had with the track, and I think it was just really dirty. Like, I would come off the track after one of the heats and my tyres would be filthy. I would have thought that maybe they would have, you know, cleaned it before, but I don't know. I personally just thought, oh, why is the track extremely dirty? But other than that, it was a great track. If you have the chance, I would 100% recommend going to Swan Hill, giving it a crack, especially in the Thunderdome. It's really fun. They do have a Sun Centre titles in the first weekend of July, I believe, which is, if you've got that opportunity, like I said, go and try it, because it's such a fun track. It's nice, fast. You got like fast corners, you got slow corners, long straights. Like, I think some people were reaching like 105 kilometers going down these 2 straights, which was incredible, the speed that people were going. They also do Yamaha, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, which I believe Yamaha Swan Hill is the only one that does Yamahas in Victoria. I could be wrong. So if you know, want to try out the 4 strokes, yeah, Swan Hill's your best chance. And they're very nice and kind. I loved everyone there. It was so nice to chat to people. They were so helpful. So let's go on to my tier list of where I think I'm going to put this track in on the list. So here we have my list where I'm going to put all 18 or 19 tracks of Victoria on. So we've got perfect, great, good, okay, not bad, and bad. Now, I've done Pucker and Bendigo already, but I will make videos for them. So Swan Hill is going to be the first one. For me, I think Swan Hill deserves to go in the, I think it deserves to go in the great. Like, there's still a bit of things that could be worked on the track, so we're going to put it in great. Like, yeah, not really a lot, but there's still little problems. But if you did enjoy, thanks for watching. If you do want to see more of this thing, then let me know, and I'll see you guys in my next race, which is at Bendigo. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.